Go, Fnatic playing quite passive down the bottom of mid. They've already been smoked off, but the pressure's coming in elsewhere as Liquid get aggressive on A main. The dog the Boaster was trying to break, all a ruse, as Wayne finds one on top of his wall. An orb as well on the way out. Good early economy for them. Fnatic try to recover this man disadvantage. It's doubled up from Liquid in this corner. So much damage done in a previous game by Camo, but this time we see the numbers equalize.
Yeah, after what was a bit of a worrying start, caught by a surprise, Fnatic have been able to recover. The space taken was massive, and well, a man that we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on this map. It seems like his home turf of Corrode Althea has given them the advantage. Nats will turn it back, though. Level things up for the moment, and even take an advantage with Wayne. It leaves Vekaj. He broke 100 kills yesterday in the best of 5. Here, he just needs 2.
That plan's certainly not ideal for him. Got to get a move on now with the smoke down. Suspects a player in heaven. Great read from Vekaj. Goes in to stop this before it gets too far. Yeah, that wall sitting there has to be broken first. And they're actually going to go through it together, looking for the fight as 3. It's very hard to find the value here, especially when the pack is split like that. And okay, the stun might make it uncomfortable for a player or 2. Some damage comes in, but 3 men.
I think that's where it starts to get more interesting. I think breezes look great for Liquid, and Split maybe a little more up in the air. I like the aggression again, though. Wayne put onto this stage. Obviously, normally he's been sticking to those smokes, but allows him to be that little bit more aggressive. Use some of that individual skill that has been spoken about. And with Fnatic putting quite a bit into this round, obviously it is still a bonus. See how much damage they can do.
Oh, Wayne is on a wall early on. We've seen it towards A main, but we know that there's plenty more angles. This could come into play. A nice attempt with the flash thrown out, but the number's already too far behind, and Wayne will be the one to find a 4th. 3-4 walking down mid. No presence on A that they fought for with that wall a couple of times now. And they're conditioning their opponents, but Vekaj somehow ends up with 2. Purpo doing his best to pull this back, but they're stuck up close. And Team Liquid need to make something of this aggression, and they have, sending Boaster into a clutch. The first already found, but the spike down in the open. A crossfire, but while the smokes come in, Boaster takes his timing. The Nets got him out of dodge in time. The numbers here should be able to avoid that util coming through. Camo actually, steps back from the stun, but he might not even be needed. Coming through that smoke is clearly a death sentence, and the brakes pumped now for Fnatic. The Guardian they have in play, the only real strength of this round, and do still have that steel garden to fall back on. I mean, if they can find a pick, maybe that gets them into the site, but the numbers thinning out. They need a way back in. Crashies has done well to find one.
I still see Althea alive, and I still believe that maybe there's some hope. He's been having unbelievable rounds on this map. Camo, you need to be careful with peaks like that when he's got a Guardian in hand. He's going to get tagged up by the Tiger, but I don't know if there's really a world where they push this, and honestly, I don't mind that from Wayne. He's been getting so many kills that the res will likely come back online in a few rounds anyway. And instead, they're going to put the pressure on. Eventually, they'll seal the deal. Just an immediate fight forward. Constant pressure being put on. Hunter's Fury even going to be used, but Purpo's flying ahead of it. Camo is as well. You're expected to flee, fall back, run for the hills when a Hunter's Fury comes through, but instead they fight forward again. The W key constantly being pressed, and Wayne just isn't stopping, going for more and more. Only one standing in Crashies. As 4 players remain on the other side. The first comes easy, maybe not. It doesn't even...
5 seconds left, the timeout from Fnatic. What's the fix been? And this won't be the round we see it most likely. Again, it's going to be that low bite. They did well last time to get some ults out of them, but, well, no pressure on the shoulders of Team Liquid to start a 5v3. Also, no need to continue this aggression, but they are feeling it, and that could be their downfall. Pride does come before the fall, and a big mistake there to continue pushing the issue.
You get into the mindset of W gaming, and sometimes it's hard to let go. They've given guns over. Fnatic were happy to play much further back, but Nats taking
the throw in, but the molly on the other hand, that's going to block him all from the rotate, wrap around from Nats, contain that smoke, and spam through to take both. Almost got him through the wall there. Alpha's wondering if he was seen. And there's still aggression coming through. This time, it will be punished.
We have Alpha here. Gives them the advantage, wall placed. Almost as a bit of a bait. Well, Minibu's looking to get rid of it. The aggression on the other side is punished, though. The push.
Could be right if noise was made on B and the knife goes through. Here's the ult as well. That's such a good fake. I saw it in the cam as Alpha called for this play, but does he expect there to be another player? They might think Miniboo, the one who was on A earlier, is the last man standing on this side of the map. The steps heard, and that's Wayne's chance to strike with a kill on the other side of the map. This is far from over. And the wall, along with the slow, it's going to cost them so much time. Fnatic make it in, the slow buys them space, but they need to stand their ground on this swing, and just about in the nick of time, the plan comes in, a recovery, and what could have been a disaster for Fnatic, and only Nat stands in the way of their victory now.
It doesn't have any utility to play with, whereas, well, you can see the stars falling from the sky, things starting to align for Fnatic as Nats is basically hoping for a mistake, and he's going to get flanked on instead. Kayak with the wraparound. 8 rounds versus mates, a 6-0 versus Liquid last time, and 10 versus Foot. And with Miniboo now down, even going to just put utility straight in on towards Wayne, but he has just walled himself into a corner. You can't get me if I can't get you either.
Yeah, give him time to recover. Now the smoke down as well makes it so hard for them to use this off that was seen just moments ago. Wayne caught. He's made it just about around that corner. Half his HP gone, little heal, but unfortunately, with that suppress. They know now no one's in the corner. You start to think that it could just be that solo defender. Yeah, the Sage should be somewhere now taken down. Let's see, one guy left on site. Let's go in, but there's actually a backup. There's a second player here. Flash pop. Purple still standing. Dominates the duels, and the round is for Team Liquid. As a result, that third man flying under the rain. Commend Liquid for what they've brought to bear here today. As you said, that quick turnaround in the comp, but this looks like something that's been rehearsed for a long time, except for that fight. But now, they'll let the clock run a little bit, then burst on in, but the quick rotation and mini boost still sees that third player here, and now a danger in this corner. The Judge, oh, it's going to be terrifying. The jump shot, oh, it strips Makash of more than half his health. But they're still standing with 3. Purpo looks to change things as they break through this smoke. With the flash, it will be the same in response, but Makash dodged it! And nobody dodged his shots in return! Feeding up a healthy course of lead, and Alpha's there with the dessert!
This was looking pretty damning at 5-2, but as said, Fnatic comfortable on that defense. This is so aggressive from the defensive side, and again it's working out! Miniboo's running through his own teammate's smoke, and it's worked out wonderfully!
It's been anything but rotates from Liquid. And again, they've shown presence A main. Now 2 players coming through this connector. I mean, this is clearly a split of the A site. That's clear.
Maybe just hold on to some of the space. That'll be a bigger issue. If they lose full control of everything, it's going to be tough. Vekash has already just gone through and managed to get himself one for free. That's Nats out. He's the exact guy you'd want in a post plan. And in the meantime, Liquid have got aggressive. They've taken full control of the spawn and even swinging back in. Boaster not quite prepared for Miniboo to be that aggressive in the last 2, only just getting into position.
Well, nice shots from Crashies, but 1 kill, 2, still 2 more to go. Miniboo up top will swing wide, and the Bandit closes. They need 2 picks. Playing back in with these classics, that's not going to be very easy. Alpha's at least got the Bandit. He'll go first, and he will go. Indeed, straight out of the round. And Bonchon's getting anything out of this one.
That's just the calm of Nats. He completely ignores Kayak diving over the top because he knows that, okay. This really shouldn't be very costly, lads. This should have been a nice clean one. This should have been very easy. You've just lost yourself 3 players.
What just happened?
And yeah, that was a couple of SMGs gone. Okay, it's not the end of the world, but 1 rifle goes with it. And yeah, that is as good as that ever could have gone when you gamble on the wrong side of the map.
Computing, I believe. I'll have to have a chat with him after. figure that one out. Pick his brain. 9-5. Round 15 sees Liquid pick up the pace straight in towards this A site, but they're falling flat as they go running through that choke point. There's only 3 left, 2 losses, damage done to Wayne. That's almost taking him out of the round.
1 HP clutch? Oh, he healed.
Yeah, there's the heal at least. He's also got some coming in from Sky, so back to reasonably decent health, but man advantage doubled up on. Two scene.
Taking their time. Ooh, almost. They do have to be a little bit careful, but Nats has now gone on the other side. Wayne, he's a little bit healthier. Also has res. I don't think he's getting out of here alive. Well, Crashies make sure of it.
He's doing a good job at least to start. See if he can have that same impact over mid that Brock did. Way back in Champs. How's he gotten away with?
It's got to be infuriating for Boasty. You have a guy dash in, dash out, and then just run through the smoke and find a pick. Kayak's now going to try and beat them at their own game, but Purpo just waiting on the other side.
There could be a chance to pull this back. 100 Fury's still there, but Crashies has to secure his back, and it's this pick. Oh no!
Dear.
That could decide everything. Well, decision made.
It's not Brock.
Nakash did dodge that flash, though. They won't expect him to be this far forward, but the chance converts to... He's the same pace. The hinders even landed. Boaster, well, it does have some support, though. Not under too much pressure just yet, but with Nakash down, it has to be Boaster to pull them back into this as he falls. The A site should be for Team Liquid, but Crashies, he reveals his hand. He's shown them that he's here, and the dog spotting him has ended the round. A res just to double down. Liquid knowing how important it is to crush Fnatic's economy and to find themselves that 11th, the home stretch.
Jump shot, pop flash.
Oh! He's made it out at least, but then there's a double swing. For that reason, but they still end up here, coming through connector and set, assuming that the trap has been put in towards A main, but instead, Fnatic have played back. That still didn't stop Kayak from going down to the spam, but here's the bookie. A chance, an opportunity, perhaps with his back held, but Miniboo just dove past Vikash, took Boaster from behind, and now this round is done. Alpha here, the last man standing, and well, his name's already in the history books. This one would underline it.
That Fnatic play, and it is looking like the opposite right now. Liquid in form, and their opponents yet to really show up to the party, especially in this second half. Boaster will kick off, the pressure put on. Hunter's Fury thrown out to delay them. That B hit, they were finally going to go B. But they might have been denied at the door. No, they're pushing.
Now they've committed so much already, and Liquid have won when they forced the issue. My God! Purpo used himself as a Sky Flash, got Camo the kill, 1 away now from Convergence Path, by the way. The spike is holding deep into spawn, which I'm not a fan of that. Purpo, go back the other way, you're 45 HP, you madman. But if you give Camo the plant here, hell, or if he goes and gets a pick, I suppose.
Oh, dear.
The round could be yours, and then Nats just picks up an op, finds a kill in mid, and you've already got the advantage.
Well, they've avoided...
And the heal on Camo.
The one time the setup was on the other side, they avoided Althea again, and now the Nats operator has taken over. Althea, he's been the last alive in every single round, never having a chance to have impact. They've avoided him, they've dodged him, they've had their alpha radar available the entire time. Does he have anything to keep them in their map choice, to stop them going 0-1 in this series? There's a second, third as well! Maybe this is his moment! No, it is not!
While you were going through
I was about to say, he's joined FaZe?
Yeah. Get that man a raise. Well, Team Liquid 0-0 starting out as the barriers fight out of a smoke, take that front site control. Miniboo's caught a bit in the open here. Already down to 50, revealed as well, but this is what it's all about, waiting for that flash. Miniboo going down makes it a bit more awkward, and Crashies still had vision, took Purpo down, and puts Fnatic into the lead. Oh my, Alpha! It's a messy fight. Nats ends up with 1 somehow, but it might not play a role. And in the end, it's a...
They're about putting the pressure onto him specifically and trying to show that, okay, you got the first map. That doesn't really mean too much. They know they're going to push. Of course they know they're going to push. So spamming that smoke makes a lot of sense. Nats is still here. Oh, Althea just quick enough.
towards this site. He is 2 away from a showstopper, and in the next round, that could help out a bunch. TP taken though, those players will be hunted down. Alpha has a chance. He could end up with 1, and in fact, both kills. It's that elbow flashing out. The delay of the snake bite, but a little different when Nat's going to invade that space. He's gotten so close, but a beautiful seize reveals him, gives the pick away, and now the pressure truly on. The showstopper still not burned from Fnatic. They've got that as a safety net, and they'll keep it as one. Imagine how low you feel after a 13-6. You know this is your last chance as well. You'll be watching Santiago from home, and the energy's looking better on Fnatic, but in this round, the opening pick goes to Liquid.
Well, that has been the thing for Fnatic. Okay, sure, you had lock-in where the first tournament of the year came with a trophy. But in 2024 and 2025, they did watch from home until coming back at stage 1. That's nice from Camo, though.
Was that showstopper in the opening duel that was so close. The right idea by Kayak, but the wrong execution. That flash, though, a different story. He's got himself 2 eventually. Took down Camo, but here he comes again, the menace on
the double up in Hookah. Contact and then a second layer. The gun's been spotted, but Alfia still wins the fight.
Well, he goes Hinterland, and it's the TP play from Nats to try to find value. The orbital strike put down, but those players hindered can fall back just far enough. The blast packs, I think, helped Alpha, but he's left on 30. And with Kayak falling in that attempt to take space elsewhere, they are already so far behind. With Alpha being picked off, this round looks like it's dead in the water. Boaster and Crashies left to pick up those pieces. They're walking into the site that's stacked as well. The first goes their way, but now that's the end of it. 3K.
That's the thing that goes into my mind when he's talking about Fracture.
Rolling back the years, my goodness. There's the showstopper finally put through, and Liquid's response is, as you may have expected, to go pushing, but Purpo made a big mistake. The showstopper finds its mark. Kayak with the disruption into the spawn. Natsto, ice in a furnace. He's grabbed 2. That might just keep Liquid in it. And here comes Miniboo, getting space and locking these players in towards Lamps as he was watching the cross, but Crashies somehow survives. Left into the 1v1, but Boaster waits.
That is quite a damning round for Liquid. The economy on the brink, a couple of rifles into play, one of them in the hands of Nats, and while Camo was hoping to find a victim, it's actually Nats to find one in space. If he could drop the spike, this round is basically over, and he's going to try and make that move.
10 seconds left.
Already getting in on the flank. The spike just about being planted, but I don't even think it matters anymore. Vekash has to clutch versus the whole squad, and it's the clutch. It seems like the response is going to be a pacier take. Weaponry weak, but Alfia still has a rifle in hand. Needed to win the fight, but actually Kayak gets it and now could pick up that rifle for his own. They do have themselves a Viper's Pit if they can find space to use it, but look at where the defenders are already.
Seeker's gone on to Vikash as well. They know that there's a player far outside the site, but soon they may just flee completely. That wall can go up and they can take the TP. Already seeing so many players here from Team Liquid. Fnatic, they hold their ground. They stand the line and fold. Is getting so close to coming to completion, and now there it is, off the orbital strike, and ult cancelled out for a piece of utility. And although Kayak finds 2, now the flank strikes. The spike is stuck in this corner. They might have the sight, but they need to get out. And the damage done leaves Purple with an opportunity. A low HP Kayak on the site. The pieces can still be picked back up for Liquid to continue this dominant run. 4 out of 5 rounds, but Kayak will seal the deal for Fnatic. The lead is... And it's not giving the information away. They're holding for contact. Crashies is about to give it, but he found the info. Punished. Perhaps that flash was perfect. Still, shots from the side are making this awkward until Vikash goes down. Now the players on the side have to worry about their flank, and somehow Wayne keeps the trades equal. A 2 versus 2.
Smoke's down.
It looks like Nats is going to come around to meet Purple. They'll both play this from the flank.
That's dependent on what Fnatic do here. They are baiting the plant. They are worried of almost every single angle, but maybe not the correct one. Alfia is watching, though. That was the main fight. Now Nat's coming in on the flank. And they're still just baiting. They're still trying to make him go for this, make him take the 1v1. It is smart stuff from potential builds and builds and builds. You can even see that Wayne is sat in the spawn. He's making sure he can rotate into the right place. The problem is they've kind of been faked out, and that's going to make it a lot harder for him to do his job.
2 players spotted as well towards this B site. All the info there for Fnatic. Ults coming online in this and the next round. This could be a dominant close to the half. Team Liquid trying to thin out that herd, but only the one to be found, and the trade so quick from Fnatic. There is nothing to be done but sit and watch as 6 turns into 7. Fnatic.
Alfia already setting up, 40 seconds left. No one is even close to rotating. They'd have to dip through the TP, and that's as bad as it could have gone.
Damage on a camo though. Here goes the convergence path. Now time to dive on in. Could be pressure for Alfia to deliver down below. Hookah, and he's being spun on by Miniboo. Another perhaps, but no, the Kaz is there to greet him. A lead present sent his way. Wayne looking the wrong way. He's being sliced up, and Fnatic 4 versus 2. The godlike performance needed for Liquid, needed from Camo and Purpo. As the time ticks, another found, and it's down to just Kayak. They've done it.
Seen the double dive into the site, and he's having none of it.
Understandable.
Spike
Better
planted.
to set up for the post, but that guy is just going to be caught, pincered on both sides. Nice play by Liquid. That aggression doesn't seem to be going anywhere. There's still 3 players moving towards the spawn. Nats is wrapping up behind, doing damage, being a thorn in the side and the back for Alphayer as Camo at 10 HP. It takes quite a brave fight indeed, but he's got the info. Last 2 players fully spotted, and you can see Liquid ready for every engagement sent their way. Even if Miniboo goes down, oh, I was gonna say he's likely to.
Where Nats is, but that has always been an issue, especially on this map, is there's knowing he'll be somewhere, and then there's dealing with him.
Well, the easy follow-up, as it often is, Fnatic on classics. And the question for Liquid is, can they hold on to all those weapons? They brought 4 in, 3 Bulldogs as well, so still standing a pretty good chance when it comes to the next round, even without the numbers advantage they're likely to have when grouped up. And hello, Miniboo got forced out by a nade, but forcing the fight didn't take it out of his favor. Boaster and Alpha, the last 2, and well, he got decisions here. Do you care about that? Looked funky. Oh goodness. Do you care about giving them orbs, or do you value finding some for yourself more? And it looks like
I didn't even know that. Moving.
Yeah, it didn't seem to hold him back last round, but now you're up against rifles. Harder to make it work. Already on the site, you've seen the dodge off the stun, but still, Miniboo finds one. Boaster on the trade at least, and now a 4v3, keeping control of the round. Vikash comes to help out, but Boaster's double may have sealed the deal. Good damage coming in from Nats, but 2 players is behind Camo, and he doesn't seem to be going anywhere. He wants to go forward. He wants to push through, and with the sky flash, they'll try. Wayne puts 2 in the ground. Numbers back even for a moment, but to take this together. Only 2 left, but it's Wayne and Nats.
Nats is facing the wrong way. Oh, it should have been free, but even still, he manages to catch, crashes, and Wayne, in clutch scenarios, has been sublime, and he needs to get past this utility now. The judge should be deadly, and well, Boaster.
But now it's good to have that little, that you've seen the value of the dog, value of the info and the flashes as well, but often used individually. Here's Alpha in a lot of trouble, but he's dodged that hinder, and Camo's going to have a much tougher time taking him down, you would think. Nice response.
Now, it's a good thing for the space he's taken. It's a bad thing because he has the spike. So if he doesn't get 2 kills here, they've dropped the spike, he got nothing. That was the low HP player. I thought for sure he'd at least come out with 1, but now this becomes impossible. Of course, it was lower weapons, so the expectations was it would be difficult anyway. Oh, for Kayak.
And a chance to basically make this BO5 a BO3, put us 1-1.
Kayak once again aggressive, but he might have dealt ahead. Individuals try and turn the rounds back. I like the setup though. Playing contact with Vikash, but he's not going to be able to stop Miniboo. Just too quick on the slide to deal with, and now that singular disadvantage has doubled.
I've got your
TP taken, but it's the Seekers here that make this a very tough task. Nade sent early, break the Seekers, stop the Neon from pushing, but now we're in a bit of trouble. Oh, Alpha Year, he was left reeling, spinning around that site. Not sure. Pick up a whole lot more, a whole lot faster. For Fnatic, waiting outside this site. All 5 players are here, and although they're sitting in the smokes containing the space, they haven't yet decided to strike until Alpha goes up top now. Here comes the invasion of the A site. Fnatic, they've already found 2, both falling into the hands of Alpha Year. Someone has to fight back on Liquid if the climb back is to continue, and it will be the pit from Nats put in so late. A danger lurking as they've spotted him. The Yoru's looking to push on through, but hold on, Boaster's gone down. Shorty for Nats grabs a double, and the Champ's still alive. The duelist of purple, as we know him, here on the sky, popping the flashes to buy them time and swinging for the home. Else in that situation, the Yoru's just on you and you're getting spammed, yet they're a little bit too far away. Nats doesn't know that. He took a risk. He rolled the dice and look at him. Dishing out snake eyes to the opposition. He's already found the opening. Looking for a bit more, and well, that, never mind. I was going to say he might punish him. He was pushing down close, but it made no difference. No quarter given. And after using up their final pause, the final pause of Bind, aggression towards B long, the trade is very good for Liquid. They continue to get ground, but eyes drawn towards the B site means backs turned on A, and that's where Nats is filling in that space. He has gone so far back to prime. Nats with the space taken, and the Cash can watch.
All of the spams, or everything being used to try and delay them. Crashy's just got it to half though. Honestly, not bad, but Nats has already taken another name. They're trying to heal him while he pushes. There goes the molly. And now he's in the corner they spammed. Why would they check this? They do! Crashy's clears it again. A chance, a spam for Boaster. This is getting interesting, but can he tank the damage? He'd have to go all the way through this. It's going to be close, but not close enough. A nice attempt, but now Crashy's with little to no time. It will be the round for Liquid.
That puts Fnatic down to pistols, 11-10, the lead taken out of their hand with no chance to fight for it until Liquid push up to 12, until they are, not just on the home stretch, they're knocking on the door, and Fnatic left in the dust. One chance to fight for this. They need to push it to OT. And they're not winning this one, I'll tell you that. Nats is tied.
24-13. You can spend a whole day prepping for what this man has done in the past, what he's going to do. But dealing with him is a problem. This round, they've got him. They found him. There's more pieces to the puzzle. Boaster on the corner. He's going to dodge the ult. Gives him a way out of there, but he's under serious pressure. The spam not quite catching him, and this time the defense hold the line.
Oh yeah, even with the one for Camo, so much more needing to be done. The playing towards the spawn could cause problems. In fact, it does. Camo lands it. Team playing here until a matter of seconds ago. They know that nobody's coming from the spawn. They know that they'll be wrapping around, and Camo's connected the dots for his triple. The numbers even, the time ticking, and Fnatic are the ones that need this and a follow-up. They've got to pick up the pace already. Camo's got 4, and he'll close it. Have a chance. Indeed, the double cages have given away the game, but that was all part of the plan. Drag the rotates to the A site, then catch them in the chaos. Really well done by Liquid. That late mid-aggression has given them so much space, and Kayak is not only surrounded, but he's been caught inside a smoke. That's not going to help him. And his buddy's just giving him a bit of cover, I guess, and well, maybe it's walked out! Oh my god! Well, a 3v3 out of nowhere, and Kayak somehow still alive.
Yeah, he's just holding the line. He's buying time, and that's where Boaster strikes. It looked like the game plan was masterful. Now Nats might be walking into a lurker on the other side. There's a man just waiting in the corner, and that's a freebie for Bekash, leaving only Purpo standing. We've talked about his sky. We've talked about that almost duelist-esque ability. But this one's going to be rough. Bekash waiting. A flash ready if he needs it, but he's just going to go for the timing. Loses the fight. Isolated from the rest of the team, but they swing before the ping. No chance.
To 0 up, a pistol under their belt. We've seen this story before. Liquid scary when the rifles come out, but this time they made an investment early. They went for the outlaw, an attempt to fight back. I love this buy, Tom. You've got pistols that just need to do 10 damage, but on the other side, a single shot.
A weakness is going to have a piece missing, and if they don't do any damage for it, that's not really going to hold much value. There's no way they expect anybody to be here. I like the attempt from Purpo to that outlaw, but they really are putting the pressure on. Boaster's already gone walkabouts. Bekash sitting back, but it's put the pressure instead onto Crashies, who's done well, honestly. Didn't have much
through, and Fnatic can put pressure on from all sides and leave Heaven the riskier of the usual angles, and as they push on out, there was the chance. Nats tried to catch them off guard up there and realizes nobody's home. The push came in from everywhere else, and Wayne, well, he's actually got a chance. He's won crazier rounds in the past, and a 1v1 forced!
Deploying drone.
And yeah, sure, you look at that as a bonus round, and Fnatic, that's great. But that's definitely a wonderful start.
That's exactly what you want, yeah. It's not exactly what you want, though. In return, Mini Boo's taking the A site. The plan can now, but Jesus, he's taking the spawn. He's going aggressive. He's running it down, and Camo's the one to pay the price somehow. Nade even going to cause it a bit of a problem in terms of planting. They've got to go for that back site. And unless they continue to fight, they're going to have no space left to hold on to. These players essentially isolated, and, well, they will be destroyed. Maybe the comeback isn't too far out of the realms of possibility. Liquid, grouped up, going to cause a big problem for Kayak. It's an outlaw.
That might be enough to steal this round away. Hunter's Fury for Purpo as well. Look how passive he's currently sitting. Another tag connected. Low players. There's the ultimate available, and there it is popped. A teammate wrapping around, and again, he's chipped away at Crash. He's leaving Nats to seal. Control is coming under scrutiny.
Here comes the dive, but Camo will be out of there, you'd imagine. In fact, he is, but it's Alpha connecting the shot. Steel Garden online and put through. It should delay. I'm at 33 seconds. That could be enough, but Alpha needs to be so careful.
We get
a cage on the other side protects Nats, or so he thought, but the spam through has dropped him. Running out of ammo. The only way they can deal with Alpha, but the flank from Wayne now makes this.
It being denied, and there you go. Smart stuff from Bekash. He waits for the first pop, manages to remove it. Crashies just trying to block the player from swinging. They wait together, and Fnatic will hold.
The Null Command had to be a part of it, otherwise the Hunter's Fury would secure the round. Used perfectly, kept for just the right moment. Huge tags! 2 players down and 1 left to have. Crashies! Oh my goodness, that early impact. It might just have killed this round as the barriers went up for Team Liquid. And they're on the A site, but the spike is back in spawn.
Flank on flank.
And the delay, it's causing some gaps, some problems, you would think. But
over his team, they're happy to now fall back. Both players locked in as the retake begins. Minibu needed to get something early if here, otherwise it's going to be very difficult to fight from this point. And a wonderful flash.
Good to do that.
Few ults to play
with.
What
the hell?
Crash, he's tagged to just 2 health. Nats is going to land the shot on a pixel angle. A spam from Bekash. It's not only found him a kill, they've got to be careful though. Camo is going to try and hold them. This will come down to Kayak holding the line, and he does. He stops them, being able to take too many, and Bekash hits a nice shot while stunned. In the meantime, Kayak has just been running it through, almost flies off the map, but it does not matter. Bekash wants... Oh yeah, Fnatic have been one of the teams that have had reverse sweeps against them before.
There. Sorry, Kayaks,
but this time, they're attempting one of their own. You can't be a reverse swept if you're 2-0 down. There you go. More you know. But they have lost a player early in this one. Kayak has been pivotal in a lot of rounds, and Boaster's surprise factor is met with only further deficit. I think he even ducked on camera to try and get out of the way of that shot.
Yeah, you can see him laughing on his way out. He knows he's lucky to be alive, but that ain't lasted too Towards this door, breaking into vents and pressure poster. Now they get real close to Kayak, and he needs to land the shot, missing the first, but Crashies, he comes in, the guardian angel, to keep them in a 5v4.
His knight in shining armor has just appeared on horseback to save him in a moment of need.
Let's look how patient they're being on the rotate. Fnatic know how much control they gave up. But as all this is cleared, they might start to think it's open. Camo free beyond the Crashies, but now the whole squad surrounds him, and the op is the first to strike. Kayak does well. And the steel garden, although shallow, it's making it so much easier to cover that ground and make it towards the site. Much needed with time low, but with Nats the only one standing, an almost impossible clutch presents itself. But Nats making the impossible look possible, but still one left to deal with, and he'll do it all.
Single time, he seems to land the shot that just deals the death-dealing blow. Liquid go from what could have just been one and dones to back on the ball, but once again it's an opener for Fnatic. They are not wanting to let this slip, but just look at the swing coming out. They don't know Nats is there, even still. It's only one.
Thorns that will be put up, but now a flash. You can see it on the left, but they can't. And once this pops, big problems brew. But look who's tucked in the corner. Wayne couldn't come out to help because of those thorns. Alphayer, oh, he's drawing blood on backside.
Likely be a piece of utility that denies him planting exactly where he wants. No, he is going to get stunned up though. No escape, and as free as a kill could be. All it's really given is the space. Vakash has just sat back there, playing for the retake, and that opener for free is exactly what they were looking for. Crashy's not even giving the fight, denying utility for the post-spawn, and Vakash found another. They're desperately trying to find ground on the Liquid side, find someone to fight, and Vakash is that zone! Oh! And in a blink of an eye, it turns, leaving it to Boaster. Can he get himself, his teammate back? He should be able to. No, he's baiting, he's trying to get them in, and that did not work.
Allowing a full rotation to the A side, and this is what I'm worried about. Fnatic have had issues with their plays being very telegraphed.
Oh, already. Vakash removed with a shock dart. A nice start to the round, and the spams are going to get him a second. He's been having his moments throughout this game, caught by his teammates blind, but if this is a rotation back, they're going to run straight into Camo. He's even going to slow them. There's nowhere to go. They're boxed in, and now the time is ticking too far. They need to either sprint it back in towards the A site and hope they can kill everybody.
One enemy remaining.
Well, or just give up on the round. It's left all onto Alfia. He needs to wipe out everybody, and not this time.
Final we had back in the
Look
Coliseum.
At this push up. Like, this is against an eco. They are going all the way round behind them in mid. This is a lineup of players. I don't even think they realize how many are here. And well, oh, they're both slowed. It's one of the most awkward fights ever. But Miniboo has found the kill. Kayak will retreat, but they got the spike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boaster's in defender spawn, 2 players on A.
And they're watching for it, by the way. Wayne is locked in on defender spawn.
Yeah, this looks ridiculous. But it also looks exactly as I'd expect, considering how Liquid have been playing.
He's behind you.
The timing
He's
of
always
Nats is perfect.
No.
Must win. An achievement that has to find its way into their pocket, or this map is under threat, and that's a very, very solid opening kill. The flank now completely dealt with, and Alpha turns his attention to the site, making it look easy. Fnatic, like a hot knife through butter, they have completely diced the Liquid up in this. Every fight taken, every fight won. Bar a single. And the question of damage, I suppose, not gonna have much of a first angle, but look at the rotates. Liquid seem to have their playbook in front of them. They know the hit's coming through. The rotates in, a pick already. The laneway is proving to be firmly under the control of Liquid. Another going in their hands with Miniboo, and now Wayne suspicious as this smoke is going to fade soon. He's holding it, waiting, biding his time, and sure, Crashies gets one. He's taking quite a fall afterwards.
It's quite funny to hear.
But they talked about Nats on his villain arc, and you can see it, man. He's having fun down there. He's poking, and the start here, Fnatic send Kayak back to mid, a score to settle from that last half, and he's found himself a double opening, adding to it is.
And Wayne, he's almost walked past everybody. just bypassing his position. They've sent out the wounded to go looking. Purple's actually done all right there, though. He's taken 0 damage, got out. Wayne is being watched for, though. And now they know where everybody is. They've seen both players. No need to refight any spot that they've already seen.
Wayne's going to be on B. He's going to make it here, and the worst part is Crashies goes to backside here. Wayne knife out, though. Should be dead. 2 rights, and it will be Crashies to deal the death blow.
This rifle would definitely be useful. Kayak's going to be the one taking the fight. Purple doesn't even react. I think maybe expecting there to be a second layer to this. Well, there it was. He's full blind. Completely blinded. Still wins the pick. Eventually, okay, he loses his gun, but he gets online unless a kill was found. But this is dangerous. This is worrying for Fnatic. They are walking into the trap. The time ticking down. Miniboo now with ult online. A Judge still in the corner. It's all falling apart. The shot darts down to 1. Just 1 health is enough for Wade to take out Crashies, and somehow they will win with every player.
With the weaponry Fnatic have, it's Liquid with a clear advantage, but Kayak's Blade Storm has definitely bailed them out before. They're avoiding giving him any chances here, because he's already made it to the backside. Now there's danger brewing. It's Nats who will face this. Oh, what a shot by Kayak! But he can't get the second. The stun from Miniboo makes it too hard, and that flash was sublime. But an immediate response.
Hunter's Fury online. Guns can be taken away by Alpha. It's how much they want to gamble, especially with Crashies not having a weapon. There needs to be a kill, and well, there is, but it's too little too late.
After tucking up in the standard chamber spot, now he's gone creeping. Nats is taking so much space, but Alpha's ready. We've seen that patience before as he's
without utility to play with, without any help whatsoever. He's trying to use the opposing smoke against them, try and hide within it, and there's a spike on the ground. He's done well so far, but immediately spammed out, and the rest of the team are only just getting into position. Miniboo looking to try and run through the smoke, but there is a man on the other side just waiting, and the hold is enough.
Spike planted.
Evidently, yeah, that smoke coming in a little late just because he was so just yet. It will be Wayne who has to do it all, essentially. The smoke comes in too late to properly delay them, and the flash completely blinds Wayne. He's dead to rights, and B has fallen. The battle lost before it began, and with Camo down, the resurgence of Fnatic is undeniable. Should be no surprise to see Nats here with that wall just fading moments ago. And even then, Alfia's cleaned up the site, so it doesn't matter. 11 post as well. Now you've got convergence path, but considering no big investment from Liquid, you'd imagine they keep it. Now a player down, that has to be a certainty. Let's see Camo move towards heaven, but it will be diving in to take the space. Ends up losing his life. A trade at least, but Liquid a man down. Smoke now blooms. Spam's not good. They get close to the spike, but everybody's falling and they can't get back up. 12 to 10. It's caught, but no punishment. In goes the convergence path, though. This is Liquid's final stand. They'll put everything into it, throw it all at the wall and see what sticks. Crashies stuck on site. Alpha by his side, but the drops. PC utility. The site's already theirs. TP coming in as well from Wayne. This is Liquid playing outside for the retake, but the spam's already dropped them. Hold on! Liquid are fighting back. Miniboo's got 3, and out of nowhere, the Hunter's Fury is all that stands for Fnatic. Crashies needs to pull out a play like we've never seen before. And with Wayne tucked in with a Judge and a firing squad on the other side, overtime on the horizon, and a new dawn with Miniboo on 4. Take the pressure off, as now it really feels like Liquid just moments away from that 3-0, knocking on the door, and already this crack showing with Boaster down.
Something we've seen so many times. Alfia under pressure, he's stunned up, but has managed to hide in the corner. He is completely isolated, completely alone, and it's only going to be the one. They needed more from that. Camo, he's had a quiet game, but this attack ground would certainly belong to him, and Crashies is even just trying to escape away. Shock darts into the corner, utility being sent in to deny. And a swing surely coming. The second Purpo has the contact. He doesn't even need the swing. Doesn't even need the help. Nice shot from Crashies, but there's no more of that. This B-side waiting for the push to come in. In fact, a fourth now rotating over. Fnatic are walking straight into the trap. How much could Kayak do? It's nothing. But Boast is there with the trade. Even on a stacked site, they're managing to hold on. As Vekash is there with another.
Spike planted.
Not dead in the water just yet. Nats misses the shot to start as well. Fnatic might just have bought themselves that extra little bit of time. Another shot at a squad that has never 3-0'd them, never looked this dominant in a matchup. But
clears out the back of that site. This time Althea is playing much further back, but Kayak is not. That's Nat's death.
Camo has been able to pull back advantages, create so much space, but they are grouping up to deal with him. Nice work by Crashies to trade it out. Numbers still in favor of Fnatic, but no mistakes can be made here. These players on Liquid have already, even individually, won rounds like this, and now they're together. Great damage from Wayne. It's starting to look spooky, and around Fnatic we're favored, and Liquid somehow still have a fight in them.
Crashies will be spotted. Operator on the retake, also not ideal, but might work out. If they attempt to get aggressive, it's a mid shot. Minibu just taking over again. A quick double. Blink and you miss it. And Crashies is only on 42 HP. He's being flanked on. Purpo's coming in from behind. He is locked in a fight. And he doesn't even know he's already lost. Surely Wayne will close it before he even gets back into a stacked site with 4 players for the second time in a row.
Reveal just went up there deep in EMEA. Now it's going to be 5. Liquid know the hit's coming in. They've read it. Fnatic's playbook sometimes open.
30 seconds left.
In open view of Team Liquid, but they've got the opening and another Kayak. You put numbers here, but that's just more targets for Kayak's practice. Purpo finds one, but it's done after 4. Liquid
Pacing.
quickly moving to this A site. They have hit the gas pedal and their foot's not coming off, but Kayak at least trades out the first fight.
Yeah, ooh, swing up. Wayne wanted to make a play, and now Althea's taken over to looking to do the damage, but he's been dealt with Minibu standing. It always feels like there's hope. Going for the drone. Getting them at least a little bit of information. Both to take it a deeper angle, but left with a solo fight. That operator looking to get back in, and now all that remains is Minibu. We've seen magical moments from him all the way through this map. But on 70 HP, this might just have to be the best of them. And he has to go moving. The second this tapped, it's not happening. Hesitation. Currently, the defensive side are running around in the spawn. They're going back and forth in case they've lost mid control. Maybe thinking this is bait, and it's not. Kayak again. It's an opener, but can it be turned by Minibu? No, just the one this time. Camo already filling in the gap. Needs to turn around to try and find them on the side, and the escape might not be there. He's made it back into the smoke, and now Nats has found another. Somehow, they once again find an advantage.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Nats onto Alpha, and Wayne wrapping around. This one's done. Overtime.
He's just left.
He's just slowly backing off. There's a fight with Nats going down. Inside of mid, they've lost their flank protection. It's time to speed up, but right into the Vice setup, and it's nice and passive as well from Alpha. Like you said, Kayak instead the one to play off that utility. They said that there'd been trouble when it came to this setup, but not this time. The change from Fnatic finds huge success. And unless this impressive start, they have an even more impressive finish, a 1 versus 5.
Seconds.
With 20 seconds left on the clock, a spike down as well. It's impossible. It has to be. He can't even take that refract. It would end the round on time alone. 16 to 50.
And a monumental fight back, and they go back to the B side. It's where they've been successful, but they need Kayak to stay alive. And while Vekash is gone.
Oh, so is Boaster, so is Kayak. And the flank now known to be coming through. They are boxed in. They've got to come out swinging with no real chance. It's 16. Yeah, luckily, I don't think Camo had put anything down. You saw him About to use
He's
his
playing
dash.
outlaw. He is literally hunting for this operator. Oh, goodness, Nats! The first was just to deal with a guy with no armor. The headshot, well, that was the cherry on top of the cake.
You talk about Fnatic burning the midnight oil. The only shot that's landing is with a bow and arrow. Finally, that guy gets in there for one. But Team Liquid and Nats. People realize, well, obviously he's always behind you, but he's reinvented himself again and again. And now, as a leader, he's looking to keep up the streak of internationals. A strong start, but Fnatic not pulling any blows. This means as much to them as it does to Liquid, but it might not matter. A 3 versus 2. Camo writing some checks for himself on backside. And it looks like his aim can catch them in. Team Liquid.